Welcome back to two white dudes who also happen to be brothers in their 30s talking about movies, a unique podcast experience.
Are there two brothers in their 30s to talk about movies? I think we might have that.
We might have the brother.
Are the McElroy brothers doing anything movie related?
Nah, they're just doing like Mabim Bam, like the advice show, and then probably
I've never listened to any of one of their I've listened to the Adventures Zone a little bit, but that's it.
Yeah, they're funny, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a super big fan of them.
I'm Sean. Did we go over that?
Oh yeah, I'm Kyle. This is Space Force. Like I said, we were talking about movies.
Thou shalt not fall.
Specifically, we're going to talk about Lost Boys.
But
first, we got to talk about the drug peddlers that are Marvel and Disney have released another hit for us. Another hit of those bad drugs.
Captain Marvel, was it?
And turned it into... Well, I guess they maybe didn't specifically turn it into a socio-political argument on the internet.
But the internet,
of course,
sure
did. Yeah, because Brie Larson accidentally said that there should be more diversity in movie reviewers, and that means white dudes on the internet hate her, Marvel, everything now.
Oh shit! Okay, hold on. I gotta recalibrate.
Allowing more people at the table means you want to destroy white men.
I gotta recalibrate my thoughts on this then. As a white man that occasionally is on the internet, I also will hate Brie Larson going forward. I'm never watching Scott Pilgrim vs. the World again. Fuck you, Edgar Wright.
That's what Marvel said. They said, fuck you, Edgar Wright. And then, luckily for Marvel, the replacement director they brought in then provided the greatest Marvel movie of all time.
Oof.
Ant-Man.
Oof. The first one was okay.
It was just the blandest, most origin-y superhero movie of all time.
And the second one was just more of that blindness.
It's got Michael Pena in it, though.
I mean, that's fun, but whatever.
They should have had him be Ant-Man.
Oh.
Well, Paul
Everyone loves
cool.
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd.
Is cool. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it is, like, who gives a fuck? It's Disney and Marvel. They're just trying to make a few bucks and get people hyped up
also,
for
like,
Avengers
who gives a
again.
shit if there are more women in people of color reviewing movies?
Oh, well, like...
It doesn't take... Honestly, you're not taking away from anybody else. It's a bullshit argument.
Well, that's the whole thing is they try to act like it's a zero-sum game, and they're just looking out for the best interest of people that are qualified. It should be the best of the best. But really what it is they don't want other people to have opportunities.
There are no qualifications to be a movie reviewer.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch a movie and have an opinion, congratulations.
Yeah.
You've made it.
Don't do that weird shit, though, where, like, you post your movie, your shitty, like, not spell-checked movie review into the YouTube comments for the trailer for a movie. That shit is so weird when people do that.
I don't read the comments.
I do just to see if I can find weird shit like that. Because YouTube comments are generally the worst.
I actually think, I do read some comments. If I read, like, a local news article, I'll read the comments, because those comment sections are amazing.
Yeah, because people are worried about the weirdest shit locally.
Yeah.
They lampoon that pretty well in Parks and Rec. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
Yeah, no, they do a good job.
They have, like, town hall meetings. So it's just people are yelling about the weirdest shit.
If you've ever been to a local town hall meeting, that's a lot what they're like, too.
I don't think I'll ever go to one. Fucking we watched The Lost Boys, though. To me, this is like the quintessential summertime movie.
Yeah, well,
it's probably because of the relationship we have with Santa Cruz.
Yeah, right away. We've been to Santa Cruz a lot of times. This movie is filmed in Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
Santa Carla's not a real town.
Yeah, there is Santa Clara and Santa Clarita,
yeah.
but not Santa Carla. And it's filmed in Santa Cruz.
Also, as someone that did a reverse move, very similar to what Corey Haim did, from like a Santa Cruz area to Phoenix. And Haim moved to Phoenix to Santa Cruz, and he's pissed about it? Fuck this kid.
That's so weird. Yeah,
throw him in the goddamn ocean.
One of my notes is, Phoenix is whack, homie. Like, what are you're upset that you're in Santa Cruz, which is like a paradise?
Did you have a boardwalk with a Big Dipper on it?
It's my version of paradise. I went there a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
It was the last time I went there. But we used to go there every summer. Mm-hmm. A couple times a year, summer probably. But, yeah, like fucking, it's on the ocean. It's cold. It's the Pacific. You know, the ocean's cold there.
Northern-ish California.
Yeah, it's like windy. It's a little bit ghetto. It's getting gentrified now, unfortunately. But Yeah, no, it's like fucking, that's the place for me. Like, when I went there a couple years ago, even the boardwalk's a little bit run down now, and like the surrounding area
as a kid, I think,
is like pretty pretty ghetto. I was just like, nah, fucking, this is the spot. This is paradise to me. I would much rather live in Santa Cruz than anywhere in Arizona.
Oh, good, because after, when this podcast takes off, I want to buy some property in like the hills of Santa Cruz, like Grandpa, and have a little cabin.
That'd be nice. I had a friend that went to UC Santa Cruz. I visited her a few times.
We had cousins that went to UC Santa Cruz.
Oh yeah, that's true. Go Banana Slugs. That's their mascot. That's pretty cool. Santa Carla's not real. Tiger Army has a song about it, though, called Santa Carla Twilight. I guess it's really just kind of about this movie, because it's about vampires and stuff.
Tiger Army will die.
They never will. They're getting older, but they won't die. In fact, at one point, their bass player got shot in the head. And, like, he couldn't play with them for a few years because he had to,
relearn to do everything?
But he's their bass player again, so you can't kill Tiger Army. Shoot him in the head, won't stop. The theme song for this movie is amazing.
Thou shalt not fall. Cry, sister.
Little sister. Yeah, it's real 80s and, like, simple, but it's cool.
I mean, obviously we've seen this movie probably at least like half a dozen times before. I enjoyed it a lot more than I remember enjoying it.
Oh, so this is the thing is we watched it a bunch as kids because it was like on HBO a lot or whatever, and then I watched it again. Shit, man, like 9 years ago at this point, but more in adulthood, and I was like, man, fucking Lost Boys rule. And then so I watched it again like another 2 years later, and then.
Man, these Corys know what they're doing.
Yeah, I actually, at this point, I pretty much watch it every summer. Like, Jaws and Lost Boys, I always have to watch in the summer.
Get the summer started right.
Mm-hmm. Like, around 4th of July, I guess. And then, I listen to, like, Tiger Army a lot in the summer.
Listen to Tiger Army in the summer.
I
actually listen to a lot of, like, Psychobilly in the summer.
Yeah. I listen to Psychobilly a lot all the time. Now that I'm getting older. I used to be all about finding new music, new experiences, seeing experimental shit. But like now that I'm old, I'm like, nah,
I just go back to what
these are the 10 bands I like. I only listen to those now.
I find that I'm listening to a lot more like 60s and 70s R&B too.
For R&B, I just go back to the 90s classics. That girl is poison.
Poison.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
You gonna go to that MC Hammer nostalgia tour that's coming out?
I might, man. It had a pretty good lineup.
They had Young MC.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be at all the shows, but...
Yeah.
The tag team, back again.
Tag team, back again. Like, I was like, I don't know, this is real shit.
Fucking Kid and Play are the hosts.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Man, the 90s are totally back. Just like Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s. I heard they didn't do a very good job establishing that in any way, though.
Yeah.
They just have Blockbuster in it.
And apparently there's a Stan Lee cameo where he's filming his Mallrats scene. That's about it.
Yeah. Why is everyone so mad about some garbage that Disney shot out? It's more bad drugs from Disney.
They're pretty good drugs.
Man, we should get into the Lost Boys, but I'm so tired of, like... meaningless popcorn entertainment somehow becoming a political battleground. Like, fuck, this is the hill you're gonna die on?
Yeah, I just want to enjoy fucking Captain Marvel, guys. Yeah. And then not think about it until I go watch it again on DVD.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
I got kids, so we're definitely gonna go see it.
Oh, yeah.
And spring break, I got some time to film.
Spring break.
That's the other dumb thing about Arizona. Spring break is at the beginning of March.
I mean, it's getting hot already.
It's not even spring yet.
Well, March is a spring month, isn't it?
March 22nd, right? Is the first day of spring?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's getting hot already. Except for it's supposed to cool down and rain the next few days.
Yeah. Let's talk about Lost Boys instead of the local weather.
Yeah. I guess, I'm sure our audience wants to hear what the weather's like in Arizona. A lot of our audience probably doesn't even know what cities are in Arizona aside from Phoenix.
This movie doesn't.
Everyone lives in the Phoenix metropolitan area, right?
That's true.
There's a few people up in the mountains.
I'm done. I'm moving. I'm just putting the house on the market tomorrow. I'm moving to Santa Cruz.
It's gotta be so expensive there now.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Speaking of Santa Cruz...
I just want a linguiça sandwich.
Hell yeah. You always got mustard on yours, though. That seems weird to me.
You're weird. You're a freak.
Mustard?
Do you think they still sell them underneath the right next to the bumper cars?
They had them last time I was there.
Funnel cake.
Man, I miss Santa Cruz.
Me too, watching this movie. We really gotta actually talk about the movie.
I mean, the big part of this movie is Santa Cruz, really. Like, every scene where they're outside and there's just, at least a little breeze, So, yeah, that's Santa Cruz. And, yeah, the boardwalk is, like, a star in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first thing that, like, the movie comes in. You're coming in off the ocean, nice helicopter shots. I actually really like the use of the helicopter shots mixed in with crane shots for, like, the flying POVs. It's like really good.
It's got an interesting feel to it.
We got Joel Schumacher made this movie.
What?
Joel Schumacher is the director of this film. He did a really good job. There's some really good camera work in this movie.
You can see some of the Schumacher in it, though, if you really pay attention.
Well, so the reason the movie's called Lost Boys is obviously to draw a parallel to Peter Pan's Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm. It's also because there's a lost boy at the very beginning of this film that the mom finds.
Well, the original idea for the story was someone was like, Peter Pan's a boy that lives forever. He flies. He comes around at night. He's stealing kids.
He's a vampire.
Yeah, it's like, what if Peter Pan is a vampire? And then there was a lot of parallels with that in the original script. In the original script also...
Michael's named Peter.
Yes. Yeah. Like, specific shit like that. Yeah, and then the Lost Boys
man, I just guessed, but...
Yeah. And the Frog Brothers were the names of Wendy's brothers, and... So anyways,
that's kind of a cool idea.
And it was also, here's the thing, that this is also going to be a younger cast, more of a Goonies type movie. But
hence Feldman.
But as soon as Joel Schumacher was on board...
Oh, we got these young, pretty boys.
Yep, he was like, nah, I want it to be teenagers. It'll be a lot sexier.
I will say that both Joss Whedon and Stephanie Meyer owe their entire careers to this movie.
Oh, yeah, because Buffy is definitely, like... a different version of this movie.
110%.
They even have another Sutherland in it.
Mm-hmm. Some would say the better Sutherland.
Nah, Kiefer's the best. He's a fucking fashion icon in this movie.
You're a pirate, Kiefer. Explains everything.
Fucking yeah, Kiefer Sutherland's in this movie. The two Coreys are in it. Both Coreys. This is actually the first movie where it is the two Coreys.
Oh, man.
Because after this, they went on to make a series of films where there's two Coreys. And then Jason Patrick, he plays Michael. He's actually, in my opinion, aside from Kiefer, he's the only dude in this movie that really went on to have
a career,
a substantial career after it. Usually, like more low key movies, like Sleepers.
I mean, I don't know. Feldman has a career, and so does Haim, obviously.
Speaking of Feldman, you watched Leaving Neverland?
I watched part 1, but I didn't watch part 2.
Like, Feldman and Macaulay Culkin both have said, like, nah, he never molested me.
Yeah.
I actually think that's true. Because, like, Michael did seem to prey upon the lower class, people that couldn't really...
I mean, the thing I got from, like, part 1 of it, and I will preface it with, like, this is all true. Mm-hmm. It seems like he was preying on families that were lower class, would be happy to get some extra money. Mm-hmm. The parents were a little bit of a fame whore.
Yeah. Stage parents.
Yeah. And that's what he was looking for. Yeah. I mean, really kind of look for kids that were like himself as a kid.
Yeah, and easily victimized.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman, they had a rough time with...
Well, Macaulay Culkin's parents were definitely fit that mold.
Yeah, and Corey Feldman's as well. And Corey also had, like, a drug problem really young. But I feel like maybe he saw them more as colleagues rather than someone he could victimize. I think that's the difference. But I'm bringing that up now because Corey Feldman's whole attempt at a career these days is kind of just mimicking Michael Jackson in really shitty pop music videos that he finances himself. Check him out on YouTube.
Sean Astin's in a couple of them, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least one I've seen.
That's cool. I mean, I'm not to clown on him too much. He's just doing something he's into. Like, I don't want to clown on Corey Feldman too much, but some of them are kind of awkward.
Feel free to clown on it. They're clownable.
No, I won't, because Corey Feldman was, like, cool as shit in my childhood. He was Mouth in the Goonies. The best character in Goonies, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's great in this movie. The Burbs.
The Burbs.
Funny as fuck in The Burbs.
That Burbs is a great movie. It's a sleeper hit, in my opinion.
One of Tom Hanks' best. Man, we got to stick to this Lost Boys shit. So first thing you do coming off the Pacific Ocean, what's that? This is Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. And I was like, oh yeah, summertime.
They go right into the merry-go-round, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell this is for a movie because there aren't any people reaching for the brass ring trying to kill themselves to throw it in the clown's mouth.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, that is, yeah. Man, that shit was so hard when you were a kid.
Yeah. When I was like 8, it was really hard to reach that ring.
People that aren't aware, never been to the beach boardwalk, that on the merry-go-round, there's a little apparatus that sticks out from the wall, and like it has little metal rings that it feeds out, and you grab one as you go by in the merry-go-round, take another corner turn, and there's like a tarp that has a open clown mouth that you're supposed to throw it into and get a prize.
You don't get a prize; it just lights the clown up and goes.
Oh, I thought you got a prize too.
No, you don't remember, right?
Oh. I mean, it was fucking impossible to do. I think Michelle did it once.
I've done it a couple times as a kid, but
man,
we went there like a couple times every summer when we were kids. I've been there a shit ton. I will say, like 2 out of like 100 is not very good.
Yeah, that's true. The best is that one game where you shoot water guns into the clown's mouth.
And they showed that in at one point too.
And make the brain explode, the balloon brain.
But they got the Lost Boys, Kiefer Sutherland getting hassled by the cops. He's like, I thought I told you never to come around here no more.
Well, I mean, he like hassles that couple on the merry-go-round. Yeah. He's kind of a jerk, but he's the real hero of the story, and I'll explain why as we go along. I have a headcanon why David, Kiefer Sutherland, is actually the hero of the movie. Okay. It's mostly because, as you see when he first enters, he's a fucking stud. But yeah, so we see the Lost Boys get hassled by the cops, or a singular cop, and then right over here's some of that great camera work. It's clearly a helicopter shot at first because it's going up over the boardwalk and stuff, but then as it's like swooping in to the cop, unless they're doing some crazy like zoom shit with the helicopter shots, which I don't think is the case. I'm pretty sure that's crane work, but this is the POV of someone. Obviously the Lost Boys, and they gonna kill this cop, and they snatch him up, and it's like boom, here's the start of the movie. And we see Sam and Michael and their mom, they're driving into town, Santa Carla, they see the
flipping through the radio, arguing about what song to listen to.
Yeah, and then on the back of like the city sign work, it says "Murder Capital of the World."
This is 1987, which I believe means Murder Capital of the World is probably still Detroit.
Yeah. Santa Cruz, when they were filming this movie, is actually a little bit upset about that because at one point in the 70s, they were considered the murder capital of the world, but that was only because of a few serial killers that came from Santa Cruz or operated in Santa Cruz.
Zodiac problems.
Yeah, just the Bay Area serial killers.
Yeah.
That's the thing is...
why was the Bay Area so active for serial killers in the 70s?
It's the entire Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
So, and most of it is Northern California, Central California a little bit. The answer is probably just population, just odds, I would say. Because I subscribe to the theory that the 70s and 80s were more violent because of the lead exposure that a lot of boomers were exposed to. Mm-hmm. And then just based on that, and there being so many people in California, it seems like, yeah, sure.
Let's see how plastics affect our generation in about 10 years.
I mean, we'll probably be fine, right? We'll mostly just kill all the whales. You gotta kill something.
Yeah, so they see the murder sign.
Oh yeah, and then some more stuff at the boardwalk. Specifically, remember the caveman guys that ride on the...
What about the wave jammer? They showed the wave jammer.
Wave jammer. And, before they kill the cop, too, they showed the lights turning off on the boardwalk. And it's the Big Dipper. Wow. So, this is probably totally irrelevant to most people listen to this, but this is nostalgia for
it's moving childhood. Pretty hard.
Yeah. They're rolling up to Grandpa's house.
And this is the first hint that you get that Grandpa is just fucking awesome.
He's just your classic, like, Bay Area weirdo for sure. Like, this is, the type of people you see walking around.
This is the kind of person I hope to be when I'm 65 years old.
You see houses like this randomly in the middle of certain towns, and you're just like, this is home. When I grow up, I want to be a Bay Area weirdo. I am right now. I just don't. I just had to leave the Bay Area. Yeah, this is Phoenix is whack, homie. Because he's like, we left Phoenix to come all the way out of here to this shithole murder capital. And it's like, you don't want to hang out where people get murdered?
Some bad news about Phoenix for you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're running around the house checking it out. Oh, Grandpa does taxidermy. Mm-hmm. And they're kind of like, what the fuck?
Grandpa doesn't have a TV. Grandpa's got the TV guy.
I love, he's like, we got some rules here. And it's the most, like, idiosyncratic, just, like, crazy grandpa type rules.
Like, don't touch the second shelf.
Yeah, when the TV guide comes, the label might be rolled a little bit. And you may be tempted to rip it off. But don't. I'll kill you.
Wait, you got a TV? No. Got a TV guide? You don't need TV.
Yeah, you read the TV guide, you don't need to watch TV.
Which, I remember Dad loving that joke.
It's kind of like,
yeah. With it. It's like, yeah, here we go.
Now they're at a cool beach concert, which does happen sometimes in Santa Cruz.
Okay, first of all,
Big Bopper.
Yeah, I've been to beach concerts in Santa Cruz. It's like Chubby Checker and like the Contours.
Oh yeah, that's Chubby Checker, not Big Bopper. Big Bopper's dead.
But I never saw like anything that
remotely cool.
Yeah, and to be fair, this isn't cool. This is just what Joel Schumacher thinks is cool.
A buff guy with a sax.
Buff guy with a sax is all oily, singing some sort of.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Rock song with like a burning trash can next to him.
I
also, there's never this many people for a beach concert.
No, because
and the crowd is much older.
Yeah, and there's also an element of if you're there like with kids and stuff, you don't necessarily want to be on the boardwalk at night. Mm-hmm. Not that it gets like super dangerous.
We were there at night.
Yeah, but it's a different vibe at night for sure. Oh, like they specifically sent out a casting call for the area. Like they wanted like weirdos and outcasts involved, and they had like thousands of people turn up. And it's like, yeah, because that's who lives in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, when they showed like the establishing shot, there's like some punks and stuff, and you see some rundown guys like
some old hippies that are just like falling. Yeah,
that's how I remember Santa Cruz, and I guarantee if I go there now, it's probably pretty similar. Because I went to we went to Southern California. We went to like Huntington Beach over the summer, and it still kind of looks like that.
Yeah, I don't like Huntington as much as Santa Cruz. Southern California does have a way different vibe than like the Bay Area and its extended area, in my opinion. Also, yeah, Santa Cruz is the first time I was introduced to like cholo goth culture.
Cholo goth culture?
Yeah, like cholos that are goths. Like that's something that started in like the late '90s, and it's like pretty popular fashion scene now in California. But that was the first time I saw it, and being a punk at the time, I was like, "Ah, oh, cool. I feel this. These are my people."
Cholo goths.
Hell yeah, cholo goths are cool, man. This movie, there's some cholos in the beginning and establishing shots, but they're not cholo goths.
Yeah.
But there's some people like headbanging in the crowd for this sax man. It's like that song doesn't even slap.
Yeah. It's like when I went to a Blink-182 concert recently, and a bunch of like 18-year-old kids who weren't alive when I started listening to Blink-182 started a mosh pit.
I guess there's some songs you might be able to mosh to, but that's not like Blink-182's vibe, really. Interesting. You do a circle pit and just have people skanking.
Kids don't want to skank.
They sure they don't. Like, there's people I work with that like aren't even much younger than me. And like, there's this one girl who had like checkered Vans on.
Oh, you know a skank?
And I was just like, oh,
what'd you call me?
I was just like, oh, you got your Scotch shoes on? And she's straight up like only 2 years younger than me, so she, be aware of ska. You would think. And she's like, no, what the fuck's that? Oh my god.
You should follow me on Twitter because every once in a while I decide to tweet the specials, the message to you, Rudy, to Rudy Giuliani.
That was pretty
Stop
funny.
your messing around.
He probably also hates it just because it's like black music.
Better think of your future.
He's like, oh no, the coloreds.
She'll wind up in jail.
Michael also sees Star in the crowd, and she's...
And the Forces of Evil?
No.
This is the movie Star in the Forces of Evil. David is the Forces of Evil.
Yeah, that's right, because he's the villain of the film.
Max.
No.
And Thorn.
Oh, no, I mean, Michael's the villain of the film. David's the hero. And we'll get to it. Evidence one. Who did David kill? A cop. So...
Who did Michael kill? David.
Yeah, David. And David's dad, Max. For no goddamn reason.
We skipped the introduction of the best character in this movie, Nanook.
Oh, Nanook.
The dog.
The Alaskan Malamute.
I think he's a Malamute. I think he's a husky. Malamute's usually furrier and bigger.
Oh. Is it pronounced Malamute or Malamute?
I don't know. Fucking...
I don't never knew. I didn't never knew
nothing.
We did. Yeah, we're introduced to Star. She's in the crowd, looking real cute. She's a babe. She's definitely one of. I've talked about it before. Nick Cave has a poem where he talks about all like the iconic.
This will be one of yours.
Yep. His ends like the end of Nick Cave's poem is then attributed to his wife and how she encompasses everything beautiful about womanhood and blah blah blah. So hopefully eventually I have a wife. So they could have all led somewhere, you know. And I don't just have to be sad and alone forever.
Like Grandpa.
Yeah, like Grandpa. He's got the Widow Johnson. Yeah, but now we're introduced to Max. He's got a very 80s video store. A very 80s outfit. Especially for an older gentleman. And a really cool dog.
Not as cool as Nanook.
No, Thornton's got like a really big nose, masculine face. And then Nanook's just really pretty.
Nanook's a bro.
Michael, he's got that like Frollo energy. You know Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame? Where he sings that song where he's like, man, I need this gypsy so bad.
I'm gonna creep on this.
I'm gonna kill myself and everyone, and hellfire for this gypsy. Because Star looks kind of gypsy.
Yeah. I mean, the Lost Boys have a gypsy air about them.
Like a punk bohemian gypsy sort of thing going. Yeah, and she's very beautiful, I get it. And I'm sure she's also half vampire, as they're referred to in this film. So she probably just has, like, supernatural magnetic energy anyway. But he's feeling the Frollo vibes. He's like, hellfire and damnation! He's like, yo, Sam, don't you got anything better to do than follow me around?
Sam's like, oh, comic books.
He's like, you're right.
Sex glands. I don't remember a comic book store on the boardwalk.
This is apparently actually a real comic book store. The owner appears in the background in most of the scenes that take place there. But they moved in like 1992 to like actually more into the city.
Oh.
But,
so I probably would have seen, plus I'm sure it was on the end where the arcade is.
Yeah, like the taffy shop and stuff. Yeah, so
I probably saw it, but don't really remember it.
Yeah, we would have been pretty young by the time it moved. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. The Frog Brothers are introduced now as well. They have real serious Rambo vibes. They both look like Vietnam veterans.
Even though they're
they kind of talk like it, like they've seen it all.
Yeah, we're here to protect the truth, justice, and the American way, God damn it.
This scene where Sam shows off his comic book knowledge is like pretty corny, but I actually really like it for some reason. Well, it's just like cute.
It's very true to real life. I don't like, before nerd culture became more prevalent in the Asian society. Yeah. And any girl nerd knows this for a fact. There's a lot of gatekeeping involved in nerd culture. So you go to a comic book store and you gotta show off your knowledge. You gotta talk bullshit. And I apologize, ladies, because I'm sure it was way worse for you than it was for me.
Yeah, I think that's gatekeeping is still a major problem in a lot of aspects of geek culture. The stuff that is more actually nerdy still.
Yeah, like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, because most nerd culture now is actually more just like pop culture brand worship, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just kneeling at the feet of Disney. Fucking losers. They give him a comic called Vampires Everywhere. Because that is the problem in Santa Carla.
And this comic was clearly published without the comic book code.
Well, it was made specifically for the movie. It is an actual comic. If you go to the location of this comic book store that exists still today in Santa Cruz.
Oh, is it still open? That's cool.
Yeah, they moved, but
they should move back to the boardwalk.
That'd be cool. I'm sure the boardwalk needs to be revitalized based on when I saw it a couple years ago. If you go to this comic book store, he'll let you hold it and take pictures with it, but he won't sell it, which is that makes sense. They're like, think of it as like a training manual. This is just the problem in Santa Carla. You notice anything weird?
And Sam's like, yeah, whatever, fuck you.
Yeah, whatever, man. You got any fucking Batman 14? Lost Boys show up to get Star.
Yeah, because David's been...
And there's like an aspect to this where, so Star like jumps on the back of David's motorcycle, and it's like rehearsed affection. So like maybe at one point David and Star had a relationship, but it's like fucking dead now. You can tell she like
controlling and
and like she hates him, and like there's no way that they have sex or kiss or anything, you know. It's like a really bad marriage. Yeah, just going through the motions.
That's kind of it right there, right? They go back to it's the next day with Grandpa and kids.
Well, no, there's the vampires attack someone. Oh, it's the dude that they hassled originally on the merry-go-round, right?
I don't remember this. I don't know.
Yeah, they like rip the roof off the car. Like she's.
Yeah. And then like, she's like reading a sad sack comic book.
And he's just like bothering her.
No one's ever laughed that hard.
Yeah, he's trying to like he's sexually harassing her. She's like,
I'm too into this.
I'm reading this comic, right? They rip the roof off, take the guy away. Once again, the camera works great. I really like the use of the red lighting. Like, it's just, I'm not sure what the source of this red light is supposed to be, but they use it pretty consistently with a lot of the vampire scenes. So I think it's just like style.
The source is Roxanne.
But I really like the scene. They pull the guy away to murder him for being a rapist. So, David, once again, heroic. They pull the girl away as well, but they don't kill her. They just take her home because they're heroes. That's not in the movie, but they don't explicitly show them killing her either. So that's what happens. So once again, so far David's killed a cop who we know just harasses kids.
That's worthy of death, obviously.
Yeah, well, he's also a cop, so he's either a murderer or an accomplice to murder. ACAB. And then, he just gets this guy who's committing sexual assault. So far, things are looking pretty good for David and the gang, if you ask me. Just Grandpa and the kids or whatever. Nothing too much happens. Grandpa's cool car. He's like,
that's ever take a ride into town.
That's as far as I get to, close as I get to town. And then basically it cuts back to Sam at the comic book shop, and the Frog Brothers are like, yeah, truth, justice, the American way.
Killing vampires.
Yeah, they're big fans of Hulk Hogan.
It is 87.
I'm probably everyone's into Hulk. Well, it's not Hulkamania quite yet, but it's getting there.
Mm-hmm. He's this close to being like what's Nickelodeon or Sports Illustrated Athlete of the Year. Or
Something like that. Michael gets a leather jacket because he's like, well, if I'm gonna get Star, I gotta obviously dress like those cool guys I saw.
Also, he's looking to get an earring.
Mm-hmm. She's like, that's a ripoff. I'll pierce your ear. Which, like, yeah, you can totally do it.
The funny thing is, as soon as he gets it, the next day Sam's like, take that earring out. You look stupid. And he takes it out.
It really kind of didn't suit him.
No, he looked dumb.
He always just looks like the nerdiest vampire. I mean, aside from Max, obviously, but David and the gang look cool as fuck.
Even Bill S. Preston?
Mm-hmm. I like his jacket. It's like a little bit... It's a little bit on that where, like, they don't exactly know what punk is, but they tried to do, like, a punk jacket, which is kind of bothersome, but I really like he's got, like, Ultimate Warrior tassels on one side. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, yeah, and the shop girl that's selling to him, like, she's like, yeah, I really like it. Yeah, that leather jacket, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's like,
I work on commission.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Oh. He's nervous because he's never talked to a girl before. Oh, yeah, and so he runs into Star again. Like I said, she's like,
I'll pill idea for you, baby.
Mm-hmm. And then he's like,
wanna get something to eat?
Your name's Star? My parents were hippies, too. I was almost named Moonbeam. Which is, that's part of that generation for sure.
Although his dad seems like kind of a dick from what we gather from the conversation between Grandpa and Mom.
Yeah, but like we don't know too many details about it, though. But assumingly, since she's like a really cool, nice lady... And
we don't ever see the dad, and she has to move back in with her dad, and they don't have any fucking money. And she's like, I didn't want a long court battle.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of a dick. But yeah, Michael's like, come on, you want to get something to eat? And she's like, sure. Vampires can't eat. I saw what we do in the shadows. He tried to eat chips, and he threw up blood everywhere. But luckily, David comes to the rescue before he's forced to embarrass herself by throwing up blood everywhere.
He's like, you're gonna follow me on your dirt bike, boy?
He's like, you know where blah, blah, blah point is over blah, blah, blah. And it's fucking... No, he's been here 2 days. Yeah. He doesn't know where that is. But
my bike's never gonna beat yours, David.
He's like, you just gotta keep up, buddy.
They have the weirdest, like, initiation ritual for this. So they go on a little bike ride through the forest, and they almost throw Michael off a cliff. Then they go to their hideout, which I'm pretty sure I've seen this cave, but there's no...
Well, yeah, there's when you're on the beach in front of the boardwalk, you look out the spit. You know, there's a little spit of land. There is a very big dynamic cave opening. It's the Santa Cruz Caverns, and like you going towards it and stuff. But it is just a straight up a cave.
Yeah, there's no hotel at the bottom of it with a picture of Jim Morrison.
Yeah, they just made that up. But It's a cool set.
Mm-hmm.
I live in the
Santa Cruz. Here, drink
cave.
this blood, man. And they're like, Michael.
Yeah, they peer pressure the shit out of him.
Yeah, but is Michael here to get stars? Or is he here to be friends with these dudes? Because he, like, clearly, like, David and... Michael should get the impression that David and Star are kind of together, so he should have a rivalry with David. Instead, he's like, I'm going to be bros with David.
Well, I think the way to interpret it really is... so David's, like, extremely magnetic, it seems to be the case. Because
you can tell.
He's a vampire. So I think part of it is like he's like, Michael, come on.
Michael, come on,
yeah,
baby.
he knows how to peer pressure, but he's presumably recruited all the other vampires.
I assume they were like a gang beforehand, but that's just my impression.
Maybe. Well, he's at least gotten Star.
I assume like they were dating too beforehand.
Oh.
And that's why like they became vampires, and she's like, I'm no longer into this shit.
Maybe.
That's my impression, but I obviously don't go into it, so.
Yeah. No, I just assume like David was like... he's like kind of like he chooses who's going to be in the gang and he picks them out.
But he's not the head of
He's
vampire. Max is. Max is the one that told him to go after Michael. Not it wasn't David's decision.
Well, David's like a little bit of a cult leader, but then Max is the higher up, the secret.
David's
power.
like the figurehead at the front, the charismatic one, and Max is like the guy behind the scenes, like controlling everything, and he's got all the cash,
making all the cashola. They do that classic vampire trick though, where they're like,
"It's maggots."
Oh, it's worms.
No, it's rice, buddy.
The best version of it is once again in What We Do in the Shadows. How about you have some pescetti? Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes, that's great. The best part of the line is the why they go after virgin blood. I think it's because if you had a sandwich, you would feel better about eating it if you know no one fucked it first or stuck their dick in it.
I also like when he's telling his friend that he's a vampire, and he's like, if they ask you to eat spaghetti, don't do it. And he's like, they offered me biscotti, I think. Biscotti. Yeah, Michael's lost in the sauce. I've noticed this is a big thing in the 80s movies where like someone will just be kind of like, whoa, because he drinks the blood. It's intoxicating, as it would be because it's like magic vampire blood. Presumably it's like Max's blood, or maybe just the gang's. I'm guessing it'd have to be Max because
he's the head vampire and wants control.
Yeah, they have like a narrative in this movie where he's the head vampire. He's the only one that's like full-blooded vampire, and then they're all like half vampires.
Right.
Because he was born a vampire, he'll die a vampire, and they just got turned. But yeah, he's intoxicated. He's loving it. This is the thing, man. He's like, fucking, I don't know. I'm having a good time.
Maggots, worm, rice, chow mein, thou shalt not fall.
Mm-hmm. And then they do the cool hanging on the bridge thing.
Yeah, I guess that's cool. I have such anxiety in that scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't, just because we know that he's already vampired. And it's like, well, he'll just fall and be alright.
I just picture myself like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
he's struggling to get up.
So I kind of always this is why David's the hero and blah blah blah. Because I remember, like, even when I was a little kid, when I watched this movie, I was like, Kiefer Sutherland, that's me. I'm David.
Not me. I'm like, oh shit, I'm Michael.
Yeah. So like all these scenes, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, hanging from the bridge, like doing whatever the fuck I want. That's the life right there. Anarchy. I
don't want to fall to a death just because I was trying to be cool.
Yeah, that peer pressure will get you.
And it was a real trick, too, because like I could do a pull-up and get myself back up on the bridge, but not after I've had to hold on for dear life with a train running on top of me.
Yeah, I'm just thinking how crazy it would feel when the train is going over you. And like it's...
You're like, oh shit! You have all the adrenaline going through you. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards you're like, oh, no, nope.
Man, it would be pretty cool, though. I'm kind of into it. But he does eventually have to let go because, yeah, it's been 5 minutes at least. The train went over. He's exhausted. Turns out he can fly, though. He's like,
well, we don't know that. He falls through the fog and then he wakes up in his bed.
Yeah, but he's like falling in like
slow motion.
And, yeah, and like leaning back and kind of spinning around. I mean, obviously he's on wires, but he's flying, man.
He's a real lost boy. Tink's giving him the fairy potions.
Yep, and then he wakes up in bed, and he's another one of those long nights, so he's like, what?
Mom? What? Sam's like, hey, Mom's on the phone.
He's like, what? Mom's on?
No, Mom's on the phone.
On the phone, sucker. Also, They don't establish like what Corey Haim's age is in this movie because he's treated as though he's rather young, but he's Corey Haim and he's like 15 or 16 in the movie.
I think he's younger than that, isn't he? I think he's like 13 or 14 when this movie's made.
Oh, I don't know, but he's treated like he's like
10,
9 or 10.
Yeah, I think
that
age-wise, because of the way Michael talks about it, like in this scene in particular, and he's like, he's old enough to stay by himself, Mom. She gives that classic mom guilt. Mm-hmm. I assume that he's supposed to be like 12, 13. Like, all right, that cusp where you're supposed to be able to stay by yourself.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Plus, he's got Nanook.
He's got a familiar. Maybe he's the head vampire. What a twist.
But Mom's got a hot date with Max, and she needs Michael to stay home to babysit Sam.
Yeah, and Grandpa's going to see the widow.
The widow Johnson. He's got a hot date too.
He's got to show her his new work, a woodchuck.
It's a dog. I assume it's the widow Johnson's dog stuff.
Oh yeah, Michael's got a good line. He's like, "Oh, what are you bringing her husband?"
Yeah, you stuff her husband.
Yeah, and then Sam's like, "That wasn't a good joke. That was mean." It's like, no, it was kind of a good joke.
It was a good joke. I mean, it's mean, but it was a good joke.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think the way he said it made it mean.
Yeah.
But like you could, I don't know. There's a way to phrase that joke where it'd be like, "Ha, yeah, that's funny." Yeah, so everyone's going on a date. Grandpa's using Windex for cologne or aftershave, as he says, which is I don't know. I guess it works.
Smelling like ammonia.
Mm-hmm. And Michael's got to stay home with Sam, and this is another thing. Sam's like, he's just like, "Go take your bath."
Well, I mean, first Sam's like, "I'm gonna make you a sandwich." Sam's always trying to take care of Michael.
Don't bother.
And then there's like a crazy dirt bike attack.
Yeah, the wind vampires. The vampires control the wind.
Yeah. There's lights and wind and screaming and roaring of engines, and then they open the door and they're gone.
It's pretty cool. Like that scene, like it makes me want to like go out there and party with them. I'm like, hell yeah, this is intense.
And then that's when Michael's like, "Go take your bath."
Yeah, and then he's having a great time in the bath.
Ooh,
singing a song, singing at the Nook, getting foam everywhere. This is definitely Joel Schumacher. We should have kept our eyes on you. We should have been paying attention to what you were doing. But I think he likes older buff dudes. I think he likes really jacked dudes.
Yeah, I get that from the music scene, I think.
Mm-hmm. And like all the Batman movies, and the fact that he is a lifelong comic book fan. I think Joel Schumacher likes jacked dudes. Oh, we also see that Sam kind of likes handsome dudes too. Because he's got like a...
Oh yeah, that was a weird... Like his room is full of...
He's got a sexy Rob Lowe poster on the back of his closet. And then I think one of this George Michael. I think there's a George Michael poster in there. I was like,
Dude, Grandpa's like, "I'm going to put some dead animals in here. Butch this room up."
So, Sam likes what he likes. I like handsome dudes too. I get it.
But Michael's going to come eat his brother. After Sam offered to feed him a sandwich, he's going to eat Sam instead.
The camera work in this scene is really good. I like you see Michael at the door, and the camera's at the back of the hallway, and the hallway comes in on Michael. He opens the door. Sam goes underwater, and then Nook attacks him. It knocks him back through the door. Then the camera zooms out from behind Sam, and the camera work is just really amazing in this scene.
Yeah, who's the director of photography? Because I don't want to give Schumacher all the credit on this one.
Oh, I didn't look it up. Yeah, I'm sure it's not all. It's the DP. But I mean, Schumacher is a really competent director. He just made a lot of really cheesy movies.
Very little evidence.
I'm trying to think of other movies.
Phantom of the Opera. Oh no, not that one either.
This movie actually convinced Andrew Lloyd Webber that Schumacher could do Phantom of the Opera just because of how well he utilized music in this film. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What a mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to watch the movie again and give it more credit, but I don't remember.
Gerard Butler's in it, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty. I like Gerard Butler, but I remember he can't really sing. I think was the problem.
It is a problem when you're doing family opera.
Oh, but Emmy Rossum's in it, and she's cool.
No.
Oh, okay. Sam's like, "I can't believe it! You're a goddamn shit-sucking vampire, my own brother." I really like that line.
Get the hell away from me.
Yeah, so he calls up the Frog brothers, and they're like, you gotta kill him.
Extend to the heart.
He's like, this is my brother. He's like, alright, well, you better get yourself a garlic t-shirt then.
He does.
Well, then we have a Salem's Lot scene, where Sam's like hiding in bed, and Michael's outside the window flying. He's like, Sam, let me in. But in Salem's Lot, it's his dead brother trying to beckon him outside to vampirize him. This one, it's Michael's like, I'm flying, I don't know what to do. Let me in.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. So Sam calls his mom freaking out, but then Michael and Sam quickly reconcile, figure out we gotta take care of this shit, as brothers often do.
We can't tell mom.
Yeah, we can't tell mom, we gotta come up with a lie. And so it's a scary comic. And even his mom's like, scary, a comic book, really? And he's like, it was pretty scary.
This is 1987. It's not 1952 anymore.
Yeah.
People don't get scared of comic books.
Yeah, and so Michael sneaks out. Sam's like, yeah, he went to bed early.
Yeah. And Sam's like, I'm going to sleep in here, Mom, with my garlic.
Mm-hmm. Just in case. Max is... he's suspicious as fuck the entire movie. There's just something about him where you're like...
He's kind of shifty.
Yeah,
He's too nice.
I could see interpreting it as him maybe being a pedophile rather than the vampire leaders.
Yeah.
But then it's like, there's something about him where you're like, this guy's up to no good. I just wanted to bring that up.
Well, I mean, Michael goes back to the hideout to try to confront David. Like, well, I need this fixed. Mm-hmm. But instead, he runs into Star. And they do sex with each other.
They do sex. Yeah, he's freaking out. Like, well, what is going on? What can I do? And
Star's like, I can't help you, but here's my vagina.
No, she's like, here, let's do some kisses first. It's romantic. It's not like he just throws her down and takes her from behind.
I know. I'm just saying it makes no sense for the context. He's worried about...
I'm in a high-stress situation. They've been, like, kind of dancing around each other a little bit anyways. I could see it happening.
He just almost killed his brother. Something fucking strange as shit is happening. Mm-hmm. He's coming to confront David. David's not there, and instead of, like, trying to hot Star, they're like, oh, let's bump fronts? I don't buy it.
You never had intense vampire sex feelings?
No.
Oh. Just me, I guess. Yeah, here's another great fucking...
I sexually identify as vampire.
I'm a energy vampire. Another great camera work here. They actually reuse this shot in reverse later, which I can understand why, because it seems like it's a really difficult shot. So like the camera comes in off the ocean, and it goes into the cave, and it's like, yeah, fucking... I'm honestly, can't understand how they did it. But, you know, that's the magic of filmmaking. I should have gone to film school more than... taking a few classes for a couple semesters. Maybe I would understand how that worked.
It's the next morning. I guess they're all gonna hang out in that cave.
Yeah, I mean, so the camera comes in. Presumably, it's Mike or David and the gang have arrived.
Yeah,
and it wakes Michael up, but they're not anywhere to be seen. So I guess they're just really tired. Like,
yeah, David's just like, I guess it's okay. You're fucking Star. I don't care. Mm-hmm. David goes home. Mike and Sam's like, "Did you take care of your problem, David?"
Well, first his mom is like...
Are we best friends still?
We need to talk. Some shit going on. And he's like, you wouldn't understand. And his mom's like, oh, yeah, right. Of course I understand.
I lived in the 60s.
Did they have a lot of vampires back then? My thing is when he's on the porch and his mom... Like, as this scene transpires... He's the fucking nerdiest looking vampire. His leather jacket sucks. It's like a dad leather jacket.
I think the little kid is the nerdiest looking vampire.
No, he's got like a military captain's like naval uniform on. Yeah, he's got like another shirt tied around his waist. I don't know. He's just like not as cool as the other vampires, but that makes sense because he's the villain.
But it becomes apparent that he is not taking care of his vampire problem.
No, I mean, I don't know why they thought it would be solved in one night. Like, I'll just go talk to David and maybe he'll unvampire him. Yeah, that makes sense, sure.
Mom's gonna say sorry to Max, so she's bringing some wine over.
Yeah, and the Hounds of Love are calling. Hounds of Love are calling.
No.
Oh.
It's like the Hounds of Hell.
Oh.
Thorns goes crazy on her.
Yeah, he's a hellhound. Because he's got to protect his master while he sleeps. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's like, fuck this dog. And he's angry, man. He's like going through the fence and stuff.
He bursts through it. Which seems like if you're on beyond the part of the fence, it seems like he should stop.
Yeah, but because that's like the property line.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, nah, driveway still counts, bro. Driveway's still mine.
and that's when Sam begins to suspect that Max is the head vampire.
Yeah, so their mom invited him to dinner, and he's like, you know what? This is all adding up.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of does. I mean, like I said before,
Sam picks it out real quick.
There was something going on with fucking Max. It's not. He's either a pedophile or the Vampire King. So either way, you gotta take him down. I really love this dinner scene.
Yeah.
With him and the Frog Brothers. Like,
well, first Michael fucks everybody over by inviting him in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're the man of the house now, Michael. I'm not gonna come in without your permission.
Yeah, like he's just so low key shitty. Like if some dude said that to me, I'd be like, no. You just ruined your chances, bro. I like Sam's like, oh, these are my dinner guests. It's the Frog Brothers, Edgar and Allan, and they just look so super serious. And yeah, so they have a series of tests that they've planned out to determine if he's the vampire king. He's like, oh, you want some Parmesan?
Nope,
it's all garlic. He loves garlic. It's just too much.
Yeah, garlic doesn't work on vampires in this movie. That's what we find out.
Well, one of them gets melted in. Oh, it might be the holy water.
No, he literally says at that point until the garlic don't work, and they're like, "How about holy water, fucker?"
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but they spill water on his crotch. Is that supposed to be holy water too, or what?
I think it was supposed to be holy water, but I believe in the context of the movie, once you invite him in, he loses the power for it actually to work on him.
Yeah, because then he has a reflection as well when they drop them.
He doesn't glow when they turn the lights off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just feel like that one's probably not true.
Wow. Have you read Twilight?
None of the other vampires glow in this movie. In the dark. Yeah, so it's like not.
It's not working. They're bad. Yeah. This is when you should get the idea that Frog Brothers are bad at their supposed job.
Well, I think they're aware of the vampire problem in Santa Carla, but they've never actually faced it in any way. They just have plans. It's like when people talk about their plans for the zombie apocalypse on the internet. It's like, all right, I mean, give it a shot, I guess. It's not like we have any idea how this shit works. Yeah, and all their knowledge is based off of vampires everywhere. So, they ruined dinner again. Mom's mad. It's like, man, we just can't get this shit right.
It's like, I'm sorry about you divorced your father, but he was a real dick.
He fucking sucked, okay? And Max is just such a good guy. He's like, don't worry about it.
I'll try again at my house.
Yeah, he's just worried that I'm going to replace his dad. And I understand because I'm just a fine figure of a man. Michael runs into David again. And David's like, if you want to see Star,
you gotta follow me. I got some shit to show you.
Yep, and this is the first time we see him put their vampire faces on.
Yeah, and this is straight up Buffy the Vampire Face vampires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is fine. I always liked that.
I'm just saying that they copied it.
Mm-hmm. No, Buffy did, not.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, Joss Whedon, you hack. You somehow made the Avengers likable. After they all had shitty origin movies.
Not Iron Man.
That was it though, right? Thor sucked.
Thor was not good. Captain America the First Avenger is pretty good.
I've actually never been able to get all the way through it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually like it, but
it's not that good though.
No.
I also, hot take, Winter Soldier, that's not that good either.
Oh, you're wrong on that one. Winter Soldier's real good.
Man, that's just so boring. Hydra forever, right? Or Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
But don't worry, they take care of Hydra in the first 30 seconds of Age of Ultron, right? Oh, great job.
Well, they took care of Hydra at the end of the Winter Soldier, just a mopping up mission after that.
Yeah, I like this murder scene, though, where they murder all these guys and, like, how tragic it is for Michael. Just because, like, vampire movies are always just kind of melodramatic, and I like that scene where he's just like, oh god, how could this happen to me?
He's like trying to find his bloodlust. He's like, god damn, I'm hungry.
Well, little did he know the guys that they just killed are
surf Nazis.
That's right. On Surf Nazis Must Die. That's as you learned in the documentary made by Troma Films. Surf Nazis Must Die.
How do Surf Nazis listen to a lot of Run DMC?
These ones do. They're Proud Boys.
Do Proud Boys listen to a lot of Run DMC?
I really doubt it. I feel like Proud Boys...
I feel like they wouldn't really respect a lot of what Reverend Run has to say.
I feel like they probably listen to, like, Huey Lewis in the News, like Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. A lot of yacht rock.
Ugh.
Genesis. Ooh.
The only yacht rock I can listen to is God, why can't I get names?
Hall & Oates?
Hall & Oates, that's it.
Hall & Oates.
I said Hall & Oates.
Oh. They're not, I guess they're a little bit yacht rock, but yeah, I like Hall & Oates a lot. Hall & Oates a lot.
Hall & Oates.
And there are modern bands that like do yacht rock that I do a much better job than actual yacht rock, so that's okay. Like Mac DeMarco's got a few songs that are kind of yacht rocky that are pretty good. A lot of Chillwave, honestly, was kind of yacht rocky.
A little Hall & Oatesy.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what Proud Boys listen to. For some reason, these motherfuckers found out about Vaporwave and made their own version of it called Fash Wave, like fascism wave. It's like the worst shit. Yeah, it's as bad as you're imagining. So they probably listen to that.
I feel like a cat that has a bad smell in its mouth.
My note here says Star's a babe. I think that's just because I was like...
I think mine says Starlo's Michael.
Oh. I mean, that's cool, too.
I don't remember why, though.
Oh, yeah, because she shows up at their house like, we need your help. Please help.
Oh, yeah.
And she flies off, and Sam's like, don't kill anybody before we get back to you. Which is pretty good. Like,
don't tell me she's a good person.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's, like, getting to the point where she can't fight the hunger anymore. Yeah. Which, you know, I mean, just give in. Just do what David does and kill bad people.
You don't know they're bad
David's
people.
so misunderstood. They just don't pay attention to what he's all about. He's... Man, what a hero. An unsung hero. This is kind of like... Oh, I just gotta say, out of all the movies we've watched, this movie absolutely has, like, probably the best third act.
Oh.
The third act of this movie is really, really solid. This is like... I don't know, I feel like there's a time period from the late 80s into the mid 90s where, like, people were really starting to, like, hammer down, like, paces of films. And, yeah, the third act just works so well in this movie. It's... Everything leading up to it is great. And a lot of movies we've watched, it gets to the third act and it's just like, well, this happens and this happens.
Yeah, and then it kind of falls apart.
There's so much memorable shit in the third act. Like, right now, next day, they're gonna go kill the vampire leader, right?
Nope.
Well, Michael's gonna rescue Star and Laddie, the little boy. Laddie,
how are you doing, Laddie?
Which he does, and as he's doing that, Sam and the Frog Brothers are infiltrating the vampire nest.
Yeah, they go deep.
And like, we don't know which one the leader is. And it's like, oh, well,
pick the one with the coolest jacket.
No, they say start with the little one. Because even though Kiefer Sutherland's the tallest member of the pack, he's only 5'8". So
how tall is Bill S. Preston?
He's got to be real little, which is funny to think about, especially because like everyone in this movie is like 5'8" or shorter. That's why Max seems like a giant. I think he's probably like 6 feet. It's funny. Actors are weird.
But Bill S. Preston explodes like a
water
balloon full of petroleum jelly.
He just like so much vampire juice falls out of him.
Rufus would be best.
Yeah, but I like how gruesome it gets at the end. I mean, it's all been building up to this last fight, and it's like, oh, this is where it actually becomes like more of a horror movie.
That stake goes so easily through that vampire.
Well,
it makes me think that they actually are vulnerable to stakes.
Yeah, that's like the specific thing. Also, you notice Grandpa was putting up stakes around the house.
Well, I mean, Grandpa was like peeking out of his taxidermy office at Max. He's already on to Max's shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then the next day he's put stakes all over the place.
Yeah, he's putting stakes up around the house. Interesting.
Grandpa's not such a weirdo after all.
Yeah. Corey Feldman's like, flies. They go, undead and flies go together like bullets and guns. So vampires can like spit like flies. Pew, pew, pew.
And this is really like the second indication that the Frog Brothers are nowhere near as good at their job as they would like to pretend they are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're just posturing. It's just all bluster and bravado. So Marco, Bill's character, gets stabbed. He's vampire juice everywhere. David wakes up and he's like, "No! You killed my homie!" This is like when they kill the brother in Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah.
And Ice Cube's like, "We gotta get revenge by any means necessary." John Singleton. So he chases.
That was the rest of it.
You know what? That scene always makes me so sad, though.
Yeah. I mean, the movie's sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Life's sad.
Oh, this is deep, yo.
I'm feeling it. David tries to chase him out. They get him into the sun, though. He sheds one single tear like my man Crybaby. That wasn't planned. It was those contacts they had in for the vampire fights. They dried the shit out of his eyes. They're so irritating, apparently. But like, it looks cool in the movie. It's like, but it kind of makes him seem like a wimp because his hand got burnt, and he's like, "Ow."
Oh, I assume like it's the hand getting burned and like.
Oh, if it's for Marco.
Getting,
Yeah, I'm gonna believe it's for Marco because, as stated before, David's one just amazing guy. He really loves his friends. Another great line from Corey Feldman as they're running out. Him and his brother talking to his brother. He's like, "Man, we really messed up in there," and he's like, "Well, they mind scrambled us. We didn't expect them to open their eyes and talk."
Shit's just falling apart for the front.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, it went way better than you would expect. Like, they made it out alive. That's crazy. They all get to the car, and they're gonna drive home, and it's time for the final battle. And then...
They almost drive over cliffs first, because, like, Corey Feldman's way too eager to get out of there.
Yeah,
even though they know they can't get on the sun, he's like, "Let's go!"
Yeah, just to illustrate his incompetence. But the big thing that happens is we get a vampire feet review. Where they show vampire feet.
They're all...
Because they're like bat
fatty.
feet. Yeah, and they're hanging from the roof, yeah. I was like, well, vampire feet, I'm going to make that an entry on Wiki Feet. So people search for vampire feet, that'll be on there. And then we get the reused shot where it's reversed, like them coming out of the cave.
Yeah, well, there's like, at first they go to try to talk to Mom, and she convinces her there's vampires, and she's just real sick of Sam trying to ruin her dinners with Max. And so they realize that they're on their own. And then they gear up.
I mean, you're usually on your own.
They're getting their
when it
holy
comes to
waters,
vampires.
they're getting their garlics, they're getting steaks together.
Yeah, I like the scene where they're like getting all their shit together.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, you fucking hunker down, fortify. Then the reverse shot.
Yeah.
And actually the only reason, I mean, you can tell it's the same shot, or I can because I've watched the movie so many times. But the only thing that really gives it away that's reversed is like the waves break backwards. Yeah, the ocean doesn't really do that. First little bit of drama here for the final battle. They left Nanook outside.
Yeah,
I forgot about it.
Because he doesn't like the vampire, so she doesn't like the vampire. I don't know if it's he or she.
They don't really say. For some reason, I think Nanook is a female name.
Yeah. But Sam goes out to save her.
No, it's a he. Because when Michael gets bit, he's like, he was protecting you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thanks, memory. But they save her. They get her untied just as the camera's coming in.
Which is a good thing, because he later goes on to save the Frog Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he turns out one vampire into vampire soup.
And it destroys the plumbing in that house.
Mm-hmm. Forever.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to live there anymore. No. And yeah, this is it. This final battle of vampires are here. There's a lot of great vampire deaths. We got vampire soup.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude just comes in, doing vampire strong stuff. He's just throwing the Frog Brothers around. They're trying to like spray.
He's like, garlic don't work.
Yeah,
they got like, how about holy water, fuckface?
They got like little squirt machine guns with holy water, which is a good touch. And like, yeah, it fucks his face up, but he's still going. And luckily, Nanook's there. Just pushes him into the bathtub full of holy water. Which
seems like something they should have tried to do when he was like, ah, shit, my face!
Yeah, but
as we know, incompetent shits.
Mm-hmm, they just like weren't exactly ready for what they needed.
Well, Sam was.
Apparently he's really good at archery.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, next vampire death, next scene, really, he's got his...
He misses the first shot,
crossbow.
But he gets him.
Well, he gets him close enough that he's kind of like, huh? And then the vampire stands up. This is the only line this vampire has in the movie. And it's pretty good. He's just like, you missed, sucker!
And then he's like, nope.
Yeah, there he goes. Which is like, that vampire is dumb as hell.
Yeah, man.
Why'd you get up in like posture and shit? You should just ran at him and killed him.
Or just waited until he got over to you and then jumped out.
You missed, sucker!
Oh shit, you got another arrow.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I've made a mistake.
Now, Sam meets back up with the Frog Brothers for this really cool scene where they're just talking about their kills.
Like, yeah, Nanook helped.
Yeah, we're the awesome monster mashers, and they all do like a gang handshake kind of thing. But then a lot Alana bursts out of the bed, and he's got a vampire face on now.
He's got the bloodlust. Mm-hmm. He wants to eat some frog brother.
I'm like, oh shit, the Revenge of Eddie Munster. That was my favorite one when I was a kid, too. Yeah. Star's like, don't kill him, he's just a little boy. And
with vampire strength that wants your bloods.
Yeah, but it's also like, that's kind of the whole point of what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Is to not have to kill Star and him and Michael, so probably don't kill him.
Well, control him then, damn it, Star.
Well, she was able to hold him back. He's just a little kid vampire.
Now it's time for the David and Michael fight scene.
Mm-hmm. The epic vampire fight. Hero against villain. David against Michael. Michael's like, I want to steal your girlfriend, and I hate that you are so liberal, you goddamn cuck. And David,
I don't think that's what the fight's about. I think you're projecting.
No, and David's like, you alt-right fascists are all the same.
But I will say that David is the one that's trying to control Star, not Michael.
What? He's just trying to... He's looking out for her best interest. He doesn't end up with this incel. Yeah, so, like, my defense of David, like, is pretty thin when it comes to the Star situation. And also, I kind of, like, made up the reasoning for...
everything.
Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland is just really cool in this movie. Come on, Michael. I don't want to kill you, Michael.
Come on, Michael.
Michael's name is said 118 times in this movie, and 100 of them has got to be from Kiefer Sutherland.
In just this scene.
Michael, come on, Michael.
Don't push me into the antlers, Michael.
Michael. Yeah, so, they kind of fly to each other and try to impale each other. And then, he's, I don't want to kill you, Michael. Come on. And Michael's like, fuck you, bitch.
You did.
He slams him into the antlers.
My dad doesn't want me to kill you, Michael.
Mm-hmm. And no, Kiefer.
Yeah. And then that's when we learn David ain't the head vampire,
No, because they don't feel any different. Mm-hmm. Michael still looks like a vampire.
But Mom and Max are rushing home.
Mm-hmm. And Max just fully time for disguises is over. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, my boy, my poor boys. Yeah. I thought my family and your family could be together.
Yeah, they were going to be one big blood-sucking Brady Bunch, as Corey Feldman says.
And it looks like Michael and Max are about to fight. But this is when we learn that Grandpa has been up on everything the entire time.
Yeah, he's in fact like the vampire slayer of Santa Cruz. It seems like he's always
one thing I never could stand about Santa Carla, all the damn vampires. As he goes to his second shelf.
Yeah, so Grandpa crashes through the side of the house.
And we learned that was what those giant stakes were for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got them on the front of his car. He's got fucking antlers. I mean, he's ready to run over vampires, really.
Sam should have learned from Grandpa's lead here with the arrow. Like, you don't need a small stake. If your stake is really big, it doesn't matter where you hit him in the chest, you're always going to hit him in the heart.
Yeah, you just take out the hole towards him. But Michael actually does the killing blow. He throws him into the
car.
And that's it. Yeah, it's basically
fade to black.
Well, no, Grandpa's a hero. Grandpa's got that classic line. It's like, one thing I couldn't stand about Santa Carla is all the damn vampires.
6 of drinking soda.
And then you get a reaction shot of everyone and thou shalt not fall. And that's the end of it.
Cry, sister.
That was Lost Boys.
What a good movie.
It is a really good movie. Like I said, it's quintessential summertime movie for me.
It's wrapped up in a lot of nostalgia just because where it was filmed
and watching it in the summertime.
The city is kind of a big part of the story.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Cruz really is it's a co-star in this movie. They use so many landscape shots that are specific to Santa Cruz. Yeah, the lighthouse, the spit, the cave, the boardwalk. Kiefer Sutherland's cool as fuck. Merry-go-round, the Big Dipper. Santa Cruz is a big part of this movie. I don't understand why they called it Santa Carla instead of Santa Cruz.
Probably because they need incorporation from the city of Santa Cruz.
Mm. Also, Santa Cruz means Holy Cross, huh?
Something like that.
Which would have been pretty cool because it's a vampire movie.
Nice try, guys.
God damn it, Joel Schumacher.
What are we watching next?
I hadn't thought For some reason, I just didn't spend any time thinking about it.
To my list. Do you want to watch a sci-fi movie? Kung Fu? You want to watch I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? I think that's 87.
We haven't watched a Kung Fu movie in a while, not since Last Dragon.
Yeah, so there's Bloodsport.
Ooh, okay.
There is Karate Kid, which is kind of a good movie. Police Story, which is Jackie Chan's like big 80s movie. We can watch Miami Connection, which is not really it was filmed in the 80s, but not really released until like 90 or till
2000. Yeah, like because it was really bad.
Those are all the Kung Fu movies on my list.
Let's watch Police Story. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Hell yeah, Police Story it is.
Jackie Chan, a really cool guy, but supposedly actually not
cool.
that cool because he supports the shitty socialist air quotes party of China, the authoritarian regime of China.
Emperor Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
No, it's Xi Jinping.
Oh yeah, because Winnie the Pooh is, since they can't have open propaganda, they just started using Winnie the Pooh, right? And then that got banned. They're having a Me Too movement in China right now that's actually getting some success.
Good luck, China.
One of the major tenets of the Socialist Party, when they first started, was equal rights for women. So for them to kind of try to combat it, it makes them look really foolish publicly. So they're having a hard time.
Oh yeah, the Chinese government's always had trouble looking foolish.
Well, for some reason it's working a little bit right now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, but they'll find a way, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Space Force. This one went a little bit long, but Lost Boys is a really good movie, and we had to talk about Santa Cruz a lot. I can't use like popular music for the intro to the show. Otherwise, I would put part of Santa Carla Twilight, the Tiger Army song at the beginning of this one. So
you just gotta imagine it.
Well, no, just go listen to it real quick before you start.
And that's the outro to this song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just go listen to it after you've done listening to this. It's a good song. Tiger Army Never Die. McVentureProductions.com.
Space Force.
Got Patreon.
Got
Twitch.
Twitches and Twitters.
Stuff like that. Stuff like that.
Yeah, next time we'll actually list what our tiers are for the Patreon.
Oh yeah, well,
I'll print out some stuff.
You can go read it on. You can go read it on the website, anyways, right?
Yeah, you can. It's up there, but
whatever. Check that shit out. That's Space Force. We fucks with you. If you fucks with us, help me. I'm tired of my job. I mean, I don't even need money. If anyone has like any hot tips on like a cool job, I'll do that too. All right, bye.
Space Force.